Thank you, Elsa. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Rabi', and today I'm going to introduce Axi, the broker, for everyone. Maybe more people are joining, or that's it? Where's the organizers? Will people be entering? Like, do I need to start now, or just... We can start now? Yeah? Okay. So first of all, Axi. Let us just play a small video for you guys. The next slide, please. Voice. بس هذا في
Give us a second just to fix the audio. As Rabia was mentioning, we're going to introduce Axi, but we're also more importantly going to introduce Axi Select, which is a capital allocation program, which is what we know, what we believe is the future of prop trading.
Yeah. So let's watch this short video. Anyways, maybe there is an issue with the voice and the speakers. So okay. So Axi, basically an award-winning online broker. We are based in Australia. Our headquarters is in Australia. We are also with multiple offices and multiple regulations regulated by ASIC, FCA, DFSA in Dubai, and with regional offices in Cyprus, Singapore, Dubai, London, and multiple countries. Okay, Axi had trading volume of 2.5 trillion last year. Okay, we have thousands of traders, 9 offices around the world, and 30 industry awards. Okay, our regulation is Australia, FCA in UK, DFSA in Dubai, and FMA in New Zealand, SVG, our offshore from St. Vincent, and Vanuatu and SISAC as well. We are very proud with our partnership and sponsorship with Manchester City. Manchester City, the main team and the women team, as well as John Stones as a brand ambassador.
We also have sponsorships with Girona in Spain and Bahia in Brazil. They are very beneficial because they actually give us some known awareness. They help us a lot with partners, with clients in different regions, of course. John Stones as our brand ambassador. Let's not waste a lot of time. Let's dig deep into Axi Select. I hope the audio now is working. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So let's introduce you to AxiSelect. So what is AxiSelect? Basically, AxiSelect is an all-inclusive capital allocation program. We provide funding and a structured pathway to every trader who wants to become a professional trader. We give them ultimately, well, skilled traders, a genuine platform and to become professional traders and forge careers. Anybody that join our AxiSelect program get access to a professional dashboard with an edge score. We'll explain that later. They also have access to a chat room where they can obviously discuss strategies, discuss markets with professional traders who have been maybe in the program for over a few months, over a few years, and they can discuss different strategies. Now, what is AxiSelect and why did I mention before that we believe it's going to revolutionize the prop firm industry? Well, AxiSelect does not have any registration fee. It's completely free, no subscription, nothing of the kind. You can earn up to 90% of the profits of a $1 million account. It's unrestricted. You can keep trades overnight. There's no restrictions. You can keep them over the weekend. You can trade any of the instruments we have. You can kind of consider it a live trading account. And we're very proud to say it is a live trading account. It's not a demo. You don't pay any fees to get access to a demo account. It's a live trading account, and I'll explain how it works in a bit. So, unrestricted trading accounts, as we said, structured pathway, and I'll show you how. I'll show you all the different stages in a bit. The trading score, which we call the edge score, to assess and assist with trading performance. Now, this edge score, you're going to be able to see it in your dashboard. It gives you different indications of your performance, how you're doing, what you need to do to get even a better edge score and, progress through the different stages that we have. Now, the dashboard has different analytics, advanced stats, a leaderboard, a history of all the trades you've done. The leaderboard, of course, will show you what other traders in the AxiSelect program are doing. Exclusive online trading room, as I mentioned. It has live analysis, learning videos from professional traders, of course, professional global award-winning traders, and the ability, the most important thing, to interact with other fellow traders. We believe it's very important to create a community. You don't want to be just sitting at home alone trading. You want to be in contact with other very good, very experienced professional traders that can give you different ideas, some things that you've never thought about, for example, where you can learn from them and grow as a trader. Of course, we're a reliable broker with a reputation and responsibility, of course, to uphold. Different offices, as Mr. Rabia was very nice to explain to us about Axi, different licenses, different offices around the world. We've been in the market since 2007, of course. Clients' funds are safe with us. This is not a question. This is a certainty. We've been in the industry, as I mentioned, for 17 years and would not shut down or literally vanish like most of our competitors and competition do. This is very important. We've seen recently a lot of prop firms, well, popping up, but a lot of prop firms are also dying at the same time and disappearing. We're a reliable broker, and as I mentioned, this is not a demo account, and this is a live account, and I'll explain to you how. I'm sure you have questions about it. So how does AxiSelect work? We have 6 stages. First, everybody has to start in the seed stage. Now, why did I mention it's a live account? AxiSelect, you open an account with Axi, of course, KYC, etc., like every other broker. You start with funding at least $500 into this live account, standard, pro account, etc., AxiSelect account. So you fund at least $500. You need to maintain an edge score of at least 50. Now, the edge score is based off consistency, of skill, how you're managing your drawdown. Now, in the first stage, the seed stage, is where we analyze your potential. See, do you have the skills for us to fund you to become this professional trader? Now, the maximum funding, forget it in the seed stage. There's no profit share in the first one. The only thing, you need to have a profit target at least of 5% and a maximum loss of 10%. As I mentioned before, there are no restrictions. You can trade any of the instruments. You can keep trades overnight. You can trade during the news. You can keep them for a week. The trades, it's not a problem.
Yeah, maximum drawdown of 10% of the starting equity. So like your equity shouldn't drop down more than 10%. Like this includes also withdrawals and losses, right?
Perfect. Now, as long as you get an edge score of 60, so in the seed stage, you have to stay at least a minimum of 30 days and execute at least 20 trades. Now, it's 20 unique trades. What does that mean? If you open 0.01 lots gold, that's one unique trade. If you have 5 positions open on gold, 0.01, whatever it is, and you close them collectively, that's one unique trade. So you need to have 20 unique trades with a minimum of 30 days. Now, of course, it's minimum 30 days. So if you have an edge score of 48, 30 days have passed, you can keep going, you can take many more days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to at least get the 60 edge score. Now, as long as you have the 60 edge score, you need a minimum equity of $1,000. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can either, you've made profits during seed stage, you've, let's say, transformed your $500 account into 1,000, perfect. You've made it to 950, but you still want to jump to incubation, you can deposit the difference, which is $50. Now, once you're in incubation, this is where it starts, basically.
Here's the profits starts.
This is where the profits
sharing,
come.
yeah.
This is where the money talks. So here, you get a max funding of $20,000. Now, how it works is the $20,000 are not added into your AxiSelect account. What happens is it goes into what we call an allocation account. Now, this account copies what you're doing in your AxiSelect account. Of course, you're opening gold, it will open gold, etc. Kind of like a copy trading.
Factoring the multiplier percentage. So like if you are funded with $20,000 and your account, AxiSelect account is $2,000, okay, this is then the multiplier factor here is 10 times. So like remember the funding, the maximum funding is 20,000 with a minimum of 1,000. So like if you have the minimum in your account, the fund will be $10,000 only. So the multiplier factor here is 5 times, not 10 times. And same for the rest of the stages.
So same thing, you have a profit target of 5%. As Rabia mentioned, maximum loss of minus 10%. Now what happens in the stages? You get the funding, you get the allocation account of maximum $20,000. Your profit share is 40%. So at the end of the month, payouts are once a month. Everybody asks about payouts. At the end of the month, as long as you close your trades and you don't have any open trades, what will happen is any profit that you've made, you get 40% out of it. It's taken from the allocation account into your AxiSelect account. The allocation account resets back to, let's say, $20,000. Let's give an example. You've made, from the 20, you've made another $10,000. You get 40% of that. The allocation account goes back to 20, and you keep going. Now, if you've reached 70%, an edge score of 70, you jump into acceleration. The next month, you cannot jump in the same week from one to the other. Obviously, you have, from incubation, a minimum of 60 days. It's not a quick fix, one-day thing where you can just double your money, go. We really want to build traders and transform them into professional traders. So in acceleration, you get an edge score of 70. The max funding multiplier is 25, of course, as Rabia mentioned. And you get a max funding of $100,000 where you can have 50% of the profits. Same thing, profit share is 5% everywhere. The stages, as long as you start an incubation, it's a minimum of 60 days. Trades, now this is where it gets a bit more intense, not complicated. In incubation, you have 40 trades. As I mentioned before, it's 40 unique trades that you have to do. When you move into acceleration, you're going to need an edge score of 70. Now, if you still have an edge score of 65, and it's been more than 60 days, you stay in incubation. You still get the 40% profit share, as long as you have, obviously, you have the trade room, you have analysis, you have different tools that we offer you, of course. Whenever you get to that stage where you have an edge score of 70, you jump into the acceleration. The more you go through the stages, of course, the more funding you have. So acceleration, 100K, Pro 200, Pro 500, $500,000, Pro M, $1 million, where you can get 90%. And this is what we found at Axi, that the main barrier for traders is financial. Not everybody has $1 million to trade, right? But they have this 500, they have this drive to do better, to learn and become better traders. Now, what we want to do is build these traders. We want to build them up. We want to help them improve and get to that. Now, you're trading on an account with $4,000 in Pro-Am. You do 10%, $400. I believe you guys spend more on a lunch in Dubai than $400 probably. $400 was not going to be enough, inviting the family. 90% of $1 million. So you do 10%, as we mentioned, $4,400. 10% profit on the million is 100K. You keep 90, that's 90K. It's nothing. You made $400, but with the Pro-M AxiSelect account, you just made $90,000. Obviously, that money at the end of the month, as long as you have all your trades closed, that money is going to go from the allocation account, 90K, to your AxiSelect account. Obviously, of course, you can withdraw that amount. The allocation account goes back to the million. So instead of 1.1, the 100 is removed, 90 to you, it resets to $1 million, and you keep on trading. As long as you keep the minimum equity of 4K, you stay in this stage and you're good to go. Now, just to mention, in each stage, in case you have a loss more than 10% or more, you're not kicked out of the program. Obviously, the equity in your AxiSelect account is yours. Nobody can touch it. You can withdraw it whenever you want. In case you hit the maximum loss of 10%, what you do is you go into a quarantine stage. For 2 weeks, that allocation account is disconnected from your AxiSelect account. We like to give traders 2 weeks to reset, breathe, learn what they did, what mistakes they made, why did they lose on these trades. 2-week quarantine stage. What happens is they drop down one stage. Obviously, if you're 10% in loss, your edge score is going to drop down. Let's say from 70, you're in acceleration, it dropped down to 64, you've made loss, you're in 2-week quarantine. You're not kicked out of the program, you just drop down to incubation, drop down to 40%. You have to stay another 60 days, in this incubation stage, and you increase your edge score, and you go back to where you were, to acceleration, Pro 500, hopefully Pro-M. Now, what's the difference between the regular prop firms and AxiSelect? So basically, 0 registration fee. There is no evaluation that you need to pass. Unrestricted trading conditions. As you can see, there's a lot of registration fees with other prop firms, evaluations, and a lot of variable trading conditions. Now, number of attempts, as what I mentioned, the quarantine stage, we have 3 quarantine stages. If you hit the 3rd, you go back to seed stage. Of course, let's say you made the 10% that I mentioned before, because a lot of clients ask this question. You've made your 10% loss, you were at, let's say, incubation of $1,000. You've made 10% loss, 900. You decided you want to take a break, you need to go visit the family, you don't want to continue right now. This $900 is completely yours. It's a live trading account. You can withdraw it, you can withdraw half of it, continue back in a month when you're fresh, when you have, thought about your strategies, etc. So, program structure, holistic, long-term, realistic to progress. There's no, you have to do it in 30 days or you're out. As much time as you need, we're here for you. We're here to build real traders, professional traders. Leverage, 1 to 100, account type. It's a real trading account. Of course, we give you a dashboard, leaderboard, edge score, and trading room where you can communicate with other traders. Now, a lot of people say, can I introduce clients to AxiSelect? Can I get something? We're very proud to say that for IBs and affiliates, it's the same thing. It's a live trading account. Nothing changes. So for IBs, flexible remuneration, daily payouts. You get paid every day of your rebates, of course. Advanced tracking, different landing pages, banners in any language that you want. In case we don't have it, we will build it for you, of course. Sizes, colors, anything you need. Premium account manager. We have account managers in Dubai, very skilled account managers in all our offices that speak your language. Wherever you're from, we have account managers, which is kind of impressive, that speak a lot of languages.
Your language, and they can understand your needs and assist you in all aspects. Yeah.
Best-in-class marketing materials, as I mentioned, banners, landing pages, lead generation forms, anything you need to build your community and refer clients. Obviously, we're here for you. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's a partnership, win-win. We're here for you. As long as you can grow your network, we will benefit with you and we will help you get there, of course. Now, for affiliates, it's the same thing. Tiered payment structures, maximizing your earnings, increasing your traffic. Detailed statistics, of course, daily statistics, weekly, monthly, everything that you need is there. Marketing tools, the same. Landing pages, banners, and highly customized to your region, of course, in your language. We're very also active in the market, and we always do, trading competitions, live campaigns. As Rabia mentioned, we're sponsoring Manchester City. We always, I think, maybe almost every game week in England, we send either clients, partners to enjoy the game from a VIP box, sometimes meet the staff, meet the legends of Manchester City. We have monthly payments. We've even doing bi-monthly payments for affiliates now. Of course, a reliable brand, reliable sponsorships that you can count on, and a dedicated account manager, of course. So I think we went over time, but we're in booth 2. I can see some familiar faces. We've already spoken to you. If you have any questions, please come to booth 2. Rabi and I will be there. We have also a lot of colleagues that can help you out with any questions that you might have.
So guys, thank you very much for attending. My apology, like the presentation didn't work well at the beginning and the video didn't play. There was a problem with the voice and there was missing slides. So basically, I want to introduce Axi a little bit in more details. If you would like to know more about Axi and our presence all over the world, please visit us at booth number 2. We are available there to clarify. And if you have more questions about our unique funding program, Axi Select, it's a great opportunity for you guys to come and learn more about it at booth number 2. Thank you very much.